And today's adventure has a little something to do with trains. That's a big steam engine, big steam locomotive right over there. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're at Travel Town Museum, the train museum, in case you guys couldn't tell. Yes, they do have guidelines, so if you guys want to pause and read that before you come out here, might be a good idea. Our hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. Also 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekends and holidays. Travel Town, dedicated to preserving for posterity the various types of transportation equipment that helped build our state and nation. It's got a few names there. That would have been the Rio Vista Pacific Electric waiting station. I believe, now don't quote me, I don't see any signage really stating what this exactly was, but I believe that might have been one of the Pacific Electric train cars as depicted here. And that is a big steam train, no longer in operation, obviously. Looks like it was number 52. Looks like it had space for 5 digits up there, but they are no longer displayed. Unless this was literally 52 during its time in operation, but that 52 looks like a little bit more modern stenciling, spray painted. Presented to Children of Los Angeles by Southern Pacific Company. Damn, look at that. I gotta step back here, guys, and make sure I don't trip. Look at this thing. Oh, there you go. That's the number, 3025. I can give you guys some homework if you want. Google or look up Pacific. I don't know if this is Pacific. Let's look up steam engine. Yeah, actually it would be Southern Pacific Company steam engine 3025. Let me know the history down in the comments of this train. And look, we can get up there. Let's see what we got going on in here. Would have been a light at one point. I'm not sure exactly what that would be, but look at that. Look at all this. I imagine there would have been a seat, or maybe they even used this as a seat. It looks more like a storage bin, which has been welded shut. I believe that is the accelerator. Don't quote me, I'm not a train guy. I've just, seen some of this stuff in movies, just like a lot of you have. It says do not enter. Very cool. Some cool stuff. It's just crazy to me because, like, these things went everywhere through mountains, desert. And it was all out open in the elements. The conductor and the engineer would just be out here in the elements. I could imagine in the summertime that'd be pretty rough right here, especially standing next to this boiler. Look at that. That train has seen better days. 1000 Santa Maria Valley. Oh, there's a couple more engines down there too. Wow, there's a lot of engines out here. I think we're standing on top of the biggest one, though. Still has a bell up there. Now, is it true? I've heard some point in my life, that the smokestacks on the train mean something different. Any train enthusiasts out there know the difference between the smokestacks? By the way, guys, I am recording this in a different mode today. At times on the screen it looks like it's in black and white. It's very mute of color. I'm going to have to add in a lot of color as I'm editing. So let me know, does this look a little different than it normally does? Does it look better, or does it look any worse? I'm trying to go for a more professional look here. Oh, look, they are doing the miniature train rides today. Well, we got to do one of these, guys. I've never been on it, and we're gonna figure this thing out today, finally. We're on the back of the steam engine in one of the freight cars. I guess this would be a freight car, passenger car. Wow. That would be crazy to be in something like this, trying to go across the country. It doesn't look like there'd ever been any seating in here, so maybe I was right about this being a freight car. Look at that. So cool. I don't know if you guys could see in there, but there was, this must have been the bathroom. I do have it padlocked. The funny part is, you got a little thing here. It's been tacked well. It was a little, obviously a little something. I would imagine you would get maybe something to drink here, some water or coffee. Let's check this out. They have a little thing right here, a little opening that says waste cups. It's probably a little water station. Oh yeah, for like yeah, for a circus. Yeah, I don't think that was part of the train though. I think that was more like a horse and buggy type thing.
You think it's part of the circus?
Probably. Or no. Well, maybe. I was going to say jail cell. Let's see, is there any sort of markings on this that would have indicated what it was? No. So, no, it doesn't.
Of course, the one we're interested in on.
Yeah. And here is the freight car that is not structurally sound, which is probably why they say to keep off. Yeah, they have some support beams in here to keep it from collapsing in on itself. That's crazy. That was a post office. Yeah. Got an old fire engine, a miniature over there. And look at, guys, this is the boiler. We've learned about these before. This is the boiler. It's what provides the steam for the trains. Pretty interesting. And this is inside of the post office. I imagine that this wouldn't really be like an actual post office posted up somewhere where, you know, you would come and mail something off. This is probably like a delivery car. That's pretty interesting. It's a miniature train. Is that an old Studebaker? Railway Express. I wonder what they delivered. Railway Express Agency. We got an old, yeah, the Carnation buggy. I imagine he would have hooked up a horse to this at one point to deliver milk. And the Fred Harvey exhibit. I'm assuming this has something to do with like the Harvey houses that have kind of dotted the United States. Yeah. We were just at her grave not that long ago, huh? Oh yeah. I have that sign. You could tell they even they shop at Hobby Lobby.
Look at the plates and stuff.
Yeah, we'll get up to all that. Can you imagine that? That would be so cool. I would do something like that. Would love to take a cross-country trip on a train if it didn't cost such a small fortune. Trust me, I've looked into it. Have to take out a small loan to do something like this nowadays. Santa Fe Dining Car Service by Fred Harvey. Breakfast and baked apple. I'm assuming that would be like a pie. Some of the plates Mrs. 909 was just talking about. Probably a coffee stir, or yeah, coffee stirs, and probably one of those things that would hold your sandwich together. Back when silverware was really silver. Fred Harvey Restaurant, Union Station, Los Angeles. I don't think they have that anymore. But that was my first guess that that was in Union Station. I've been in there a handful of times. Union Station looks very similar to that, just not a restaurant anymore. Some pictures. Native American handcrafts and curios. Harvey Girls at Winslow, 1918. Old Trails Museum, Winslow, California. Well, we're definitely not standing on a corner today, guys. Definitely not in Winslow, Arizona. Los Angeles, California is where we're at. Let's see, what did this sign say? Black shirtwaist, cuffs, neat and trim. The apron must be spotless from the collar to the hem. Very cool. Look at, I didn't even realize. Waiting room bench, Santa Fe Railway Depot. Here, let's get a little. You guys can pan and zoom, or pan and zoom, pause and read. In my mind, I guess I'm already editing. La Fondo Hotel. I've only seen these things in old movies. There you go. I had a feeling. So check this out, guys. There's something you guys don't see every day. An old steam crane. I didn't realize they had that here. Alright. Now we're gonna come and see the rest of the trains here. This is really cool how they have it in this kind of open sort of, I don't know, what would you call this? A roundhouse? I'm sure somebody's got to know. Presented to the children of Los Angeles by Southern Pacific Company. Again, another one of those signs. Let's go check it out. See what we got going on up here. Oh, this one seems a little more intact than the first one. Let's see. Up here. Got a lot more going on in this one than the one at the entrance. Oh, really cool. Yeah, this sign. It definitely has a lot more than that first train we've seen. I mean, look at all the levers and what have you. I guess you'd look in here, see how the fire's doing. Because again, these are steam trains. Need fire to make steam. Very cool. I wonder if this is one of the Pacific electric trains. Like the ones we've all heard about in downtown LA way back in the day. Oh, it was a cable car. Oh, look at one of the famed San Francisco cable cars. The first cable car operated in 1873 and was developed by Andrew Halliday. 3-foot 6-inch gauge. Very cool. Look at that, number 28. It's got a lot of rust on it. Wouldn't take much for this thing to go up. Very cool.
All aboard! Let's go!
Alright guys, that's going to do it here from Travel Town. It's a train museum. If you guys like this sort of video, please consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. And YouTube is going to suggest that you might want to watch one of these videos here on the screen next. Thanks for watching. And we've got our tickets to ride. I don't know, guys. Don't know what to expect. Hope there's no drops. Hope there's no loops, no upside downs. I cracked myself up.